Good news, dog. I just rented my car for the first time on TURO. That is accomplishing a goal that I set forth for myself, was to create a passive form of income. Something I've been focused on and praying about a lot this year. And just booked my first person. They're gonna take the car for the weekend. Hopefully all goes well. But super excited about it. I feel like, man, this is an accomplishment, man. I'm being faithful and staying true to the things that I said I wanted to do, and things are coming to fruition. So I give y'all updates about how it went down. All right. YouTube, we're back. The weekend is over, and as promised, I want to give you guys an update on how my first rental with TURO went. Um, if I were to grade the overall experience, I would probably give it like a B plus, and I'll explain why that B plus in just 1 second. So for starters, pickup was prep and pickup was seamless. As you just saw, I went to prep the car, washed it, vacuumed it, wiped it down, disinfected everything so it would be ready when my customer arrived. So all I would have to do is walk them around the car and point out certain things that I feel like all TURO hosts should point out if you are dealing in person. So for one, I make sure they know where the spare tire is. I make sure they know that the registration and insurance card is in the car as well. They don't need the insurance card because TURO has a partnership with Travelers Insurance. But in some places, like if you try to go to a military base or something like that, sometimes you do have to present registration and proof of insurance. So I wanted to make sure they knew where that was. And I also make sure they have the appropriate charging cable in the car. That's something I try to add just for convenience of my customers. They don't have to worry about their own charging cable. They checked in, they took their pictures, recorded everything. They asked some questions. We was straight. When they were returning the cars, where it got a little tricky. So the customer was running late. And they were about 30 minutes behind. Now, TURO does give renters a 30-minute grace period. However, the person needed to get gas. And if they would have stopped and got gas, they wouldn't have been able to make it back to my place to return the car and check out within that 30-minute grace period. TURO allows a 30-minute grace period. The good thing is that they were super communicative about everything that was going on. They were in traffic and it was a bad storm, so they didn't want to rush and all that stuff. So I was like, hey, just take your time. TURO allows a 30-minute grace period to bring the car back. Anything beyond that, you do have to extend the trip and pay extra. And in their case, if they would have paid extra, it would have been like an extra, I don't know, $70 to $100 or something like that. So because of that, I had to be a little bit flexible. So what I did was I told them to come straight to me, and then we initiated the checkout so that they could get to me within that grace period. And then after we checked out, I looked over the car and all that stuff. Then I just had them follow me to the gas station and fill up the car. So we went to the gas station, we filled up the car, and then they also gave me a tip just for being flexible. So the experience was good overall. Yes, I had to be a little bit flexible. Would I do that in the future? Probably not. If you're running late, you just gotta extend the trip. Nothing personal. That's just business. You gotta have boundaries, and I don't want to create a precedent with that. But the person was really understanding. This video has been recorded sometime after that, so they've even rented with me again. So they had a positive experience. I had a positive experience. But the only thing was just the kind of hoops of it all. That's why I give it a B plus as opposed to like an A plus. But had that not have happened and it been like 100% seamless pickup and drop off, I would have gave it an A plus. But that little bit has not deterred me from wanting to continue to rent vehicles on Turo. I'm actually looking forward to renting the car in the future, and even seeing and understanding what it looks like to expand it and rent more vehicles. So we'll see how it continues to go. But so far, my experience has been good. So if you are an entrepreneur, if you're doing Turo or you rent cars or anything like that, let me know what your process is. Leave a comment. Let me know what type of cars you're renting. If you find that certain cars have higher rental rates than others, or tend to rent more frequently, anything like that. I love to hear from your experience as well. So thanks for tuning in, listening to what it was like to rent on Turo for the first time for me, and look forward to sharing more of my rental processes and things like that with you all in the future.